Welcome to EdgeRise channel. This is 20 minutes challenge day 11. We had started with the second chapter of Cyber Quest Kips Learning Grade 7 CBSE board, which is Function Junction in Excel. We are going to continue with the rest of the topics of this chapter. I hope you are enjoying this 20 minutes of challenge session that you are going to do with me. Alright, in the previous video, we have talked about what a formula consists of. This is in journal. A formula may look like or may consist of all these or few of these points. The main thing is a formula starts with an equal symbol. It consists of some cell addresses which is represented by A2, B2, E3, E5 in this expression. There are some operators like addition, multiplication, subtraction. There are some constant values. The function like sum represented to find the addition of some numbers. The range of the cells. So these are the 4 points that a formula in Excel may consist of. So it is references, that is nothing but cell address, operators, constant, and function. You may not understand this complete formula as of now, but as we progress in the chapter, you will come to understand by doing it practically. In today's session, we'll be working with the formula, using a formula how we are going to enter in cell or in the formula bar, and then using formula with text. Cell range in formula and the cell references we are going to cover in today's session. Next video, we'll be talking about these functions. All right, let's start. So this is the CyberQuest Keeps Learning grade 7 textbook that we are following for the second chapter, Function Junction in Excel. There is a small conversation given at the introduction of the chapter, and then we have working with formulas. So this is what I have shown in the PPT. So using formula, it can be done in two ways, as this is the point where we have ended in the previous video, that is day 10. Those who have not seen, please check it out and come back to this video to continue from there. So entering formula, it can be directly done on the cell or it can be in the formula bar. So here sample data is being represented. This is tabular column showing birthday expenses of Gaurav, where his birthday party celebrations are done and he is calculating expenses. So this tabular column consists of all the items related to birthday party. So he wants to calculate the expense, total cost and all the details. So I have created the same tabular column in the Excel sheet to continue with the next part, that is entering formula in the cell. Now here if you see, this is what they are performing is multiplication. That means quantity and unit price are being multiplied in the total cost. So let's go with this doing entering formula in the cell and entering formula in the formula bar. So I'll show you the tabular column first. So this is my Excel sheet where I have created birthday expenses as the heading title of my tabular column. There are items like invitations, decorations, cake, food and drinks, party favors, entertainment, venue rental, miscellaneous. So these are all quantities of each item and unit price. Unit price in the sense for one unit, for one piece, or for one quantity, what is the price. If I have taken, suppose, invitation cards, for one card, if it is 50 rupees, then for 30 cards, for 30 quantity, how many rupees does it require? So what I have to do is total cost I need to calculate. Now for doing this, the thing that we are doing is entering formula in the cell first. So we are going with this entering formula in the cell. So whenever you are doing any calculations or entering any formula, suppose you can do it within the cell wherever you want to calculate directly, or you can also use this formula bar, right? The first we'll go with this cell. Now click on this cell. Your formula starts with equal symbol. As soon as you mention equal, when you type equal, that means you are entering some formula or you're doing some computation. Now here what I'll do, I want to select this cell where 30 is stored and this cell when 50 is where 50 is stored. So what I'll do, I'll just select this cell. Now can you see just when I have clicked, the cell have selected. So directly D3 is visible after equal symbol and the cursor is blinking. I want to multiply this with the next cell. So when I click the next cell, it is taking the cell number. It is not taking 30 into 50, it is taking the cell where the value 30 is stored, because 30 is not fixed. You can change the value sometimes, or if 30 you want to like change it to 100 people, 100 quantity, or the cost can be increased. So here when you're entering formula, we are pointing to the cell, not the value. Now, once you type the formula, that is B3 into C3, just press enter and you will see it is calculating the value 1500. Now, if you just see 30 into 50 is giving you 1500. What happens if I change the value from here? Suppose instead of 30, I want to enter 10. Press enter. Automatically, you will see that this is updated to 50. That means what? The values that you are entering in the cell is directly affecting the formula that you have written. If I have done 30 into 50 and press enter, that means it is just calculating only for these values. I cannot change the values. Even if the value changes here, it is not reflected. So we are taking the cell numbers, the cell pointing to the cell. It is like the values where the cell is storing. So that is what it is taking. This is entering formula in the cell directly. Now, if I have to do the same thing but in the formula bar, how will you do that? Okay, let's do for the second one. What you have to do is first click on the cell where you want to enter the formula. Go to the formula bar, click there. Now start with equal. Enter the cell from where you want to calculate, for which cell you want to calculate. You can just click on that cell. Automatically the cell number will come there, B4. Next, multiply. You can see multiplication is here. Then the next cell, C4. So when you just click on this cell, it is automatically taking the cell number. B4 multiply to C4. Now press enter. 1 into 100, it is calculating the value 100. Now we have seen how in both the ways is possible for entering a formula. You can either enter just in the cell where you want to calculate, or you can also do it in the formula bar. And remember, you have to start with equal symbol. Next thing. Now, after seeing these two things, entering formula, we have using formula with text. Now, when you have normally when we perform any calculations, we'll be doing with numbers. That is, let's say I have uh, 30 into 50, these are two numbers, so I'm going for multiplication. Now, when you are doing calculations with numbers, it is okay. But when you are doing, let's say, when you have to perform on text, Suppose this is total cost and this is discount. These two are not numbers, these two are text. Whenever you have to work on text, the only operator that you can use is AND operator. So you will be using only AND operator. This is the only operator that is used when you have to work with text. Now, how will you use this? You cannot go for this AND is nothing but plus operation. Plus in the sense text will be added one after the other. No subtraction, no multiplication, no division can be implemented on the string. Only AND operation. So how will you do that? Equal this and this. So what does this AND operation performs is it concatenates. Concatenate means first text or first string followed by the next string, that is combined one after the other. This is called concatenation. So this is the only thing that you can do with the text. So here example is given as Kips and in the other cell learning. And when you perform this A1 and B1, this is AND operation called as concatenation. It combines both of these strings without space. There will not be space between Kips and learning. They will be continuous. So this is for using formula with text. Next we have cell range. Now cell range is like mm, the range of cells that we are going to select. Now usually here it is showing you like if I am going to select this one, cell A2, and when you drag it and take it like till the end, this is like I am selecting from A2 till this is E10, cell number E10. So this is selection of numbers, selection of cells from A to cell. I'll write here from A to cell, A to cell till E10. Now, if you see when I'm showing any range of cell, range means from this to this. Suppose if I ask you to give me numbers in the range of 1 to 10. 1 to 10 in the sense I'm asking you to select from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm mentioning you the range from where to where. Now here also when I'm mentioning range in cells, so I'll be mentioning the first cell and the end cell. Now this first and end will be covering up all the cells in between. And if you see these two cell numbers are followed with a colon. So A2 is the first cell, colon, that is range, E10 last cell number. So this is how you are representing cell range. Now let's implement this cell range in the formula. How will you do that? Now let's say you have to add all these quantities. Now we have invitations of 30, decorations of 1, cake 1, food and drinks 1, party favors 30, entertainment 1, venue rental 1, miscellaneous 1. Now all these quantities I have to add up. I want to find the sum of this. Now when you are performing addition in like cells which are in order, not random but in order, you can make a range of cell. Now first of all, how will you do that? Just observe here now. I have to go for addition. So what I will do here, formula starts with equal symbol, type sum. Sum is a keyword function. It's a predefined function which adds the number of cells that you are going to give. Whatever cells values that are stored in the cells, it adds up all the cells. values. Now in this, now what I am going to do is I have to add from this cell till here. Normally I have to write it as B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8, B9, B10. Should I have to write this lengthy? What if I have 100 numbers? Do I have to write all 100 cell number? No, right? What I'll do, I'll just give the range. Now there is a bracket. Just select the first cell, or you can just type B3 as well. If you don't want to type, just select the cell. What is there in the range? Colon. Mention colon. Next, select the last cell. Can you see? All the cells from first till last cells are selected. So this is our formula. I'll repeat again. Equal symbol, sum, bracket of B3, the first cell, colon, B10. So this B3 to B10 are all the cells which is going to be taken as the cell range to perform sum operation. Because I have written equal, this is a formula. Just press enter and it does the work. So all these are being added up to give you value 66. So this is the addition, right? This is the cell range in the formula. So here we have using a range in a formula. Now here in the knowledge nugget, you will see if there is random cells that you have to like find the sum of multiple cells that are not in range, not in order. They are separately available, separate cells are there. What you have to do is you need to mention with commas. Suppose C4, C6, D8, random cells, not in order, just use keep the cell number with comma. So this is a good piece of information here. Next, we are going to see. So here we will see that the sum is found with the cell range, and sum is an inbuilt function. Hooray! So we are done with the first part. Next, we have cell references. Cell reference are of three types: relative reference, absolute reference, and mixed reference. This is super simple and super easy to understand. Okay, let's start. Now, cell reference. First, what is cell? Cell can be anything in the Excel sheet. This is a cell. This cell have got its number. What is its number? You have to look for the column F. You have to look for its row number 2. So this cell is actually F2, right? So now when you have cell, when you are using it in a formula. Now if you click here, now you will see 66 is already calculated. You will see formula in the formula bar equal to some bracket of B3 colon B10, right? Now you just observe here when I am clicking here on this 66, because I have added up all these things and the formula I have kept here to get this 66 value. The same operation I have to do for the next cell as well. I will not write the formula again. What I'll do, I'll just click here, Control C, copy. I am not copying 66. Now look here the magic. When I click on this cell and paste, Control V, look, I have got 1900. Did this 66 copied here? No. What did it copy? Is it adding of B3 till B10? No, even not that. Now when you click on this cell, you will see that the formula bar, it is taking the formula equal to sum is same, but the cell reference is C3 to C10. That means you have to calculate taking addition of the cell from your range, not from my range. See, even this computer have got some brain, right? When you are asked to do some work, you have to use some brain. It is not taking this 66 same as it here. Even the formula, it is not copying with the same cell numbers. It is taking, calculating for its own cells. This is called relative reference. Did you get my point? Now, the formula that I have here is equal to some B3 colon B10. I have copied the formula, but automatically because of the cell, it can able to change the cell reference according to its value. This is called cell relative reference. So you have got the first cell reference category, or the first type of cell reference is relative reference. This is what we have seen the example. See, we got this 1900. Just copy and pasting here. It automatically takes the cell from here to here. So whenever you have like columns or rows which have got same range, then you can just copy paste the formulas. Instead of writing the formula, you have to just copy paste or drag it, right? This is relative. Next we have absolute reference. Now absolute is a bit similar to relative, but we are going to add a dollar symbol. Now, as we are time up, we are going to stop here. Absolute and mixed references we are going to see in tomorrow's session. If you have any doubts related to these topics that we have covered in day 10 and day 11, please let me know in the comment box. Till then, thank you. Bye bye.